Video 3, Grade 6. Assalamu alaikum, my dear all students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. Today, I am discussing a very important topic relevant to the grammar point of view. So, I hope you will learn a lot at the end of this lesson. So, let's start with the learning outcome of today's lesson. Use familiar patterns such as digraphs, blends, chunks, affixes in an unfamiliar word, mark vowel sounds to decode it and pronounce it correctly. The learning objectives of today's lesson is promote critical thinking, improve communication skills, listen actively, importance of meaning explicit. So let's start. As you can see, I have already placed some bubbles over here in the board. Diagrams, blends, chunks, affixes. So let's start with the diagrams. As you can see, students, it means that there is a connection between two. So what is diagram? A digraph is two consecutive letters that represent a single sound. A digraph is, for example, two consecutive letters represent a single sound. I'm giving you an example of school. You will see, students, that is CH making a single sound like school, CH, school. It's representing a single sound. As you can see, there are two letters, but it represents a single sound. That is school. CH making a single sound. So it means that what are digraphs? Obviously, two consecutive letters, not in a distinct pattern. Both letters are in a sequence order, one after the next. So two consecutive letters that represent a single sound are called digraphs. Now I think so you are now clear about digraphs. Let's go move towards blends. What are blends? A blend is a combination of two or more sounds in which each sound is still pronounced distinctly, but the sounds flow together. You can see it, a combination of two or more sounds in which each sound is still pronounced distinctly. It means that each letter is pronounced distinctively in a specific word, but the sounds flow together, making a sequence of that is flowing together, but each sound of a letter is pronounced distinctively. I'm giving you an example of blend. Students, you can see it. B is pronounced distinctively. L, blend. Each word is pronounced distinctively. B-L-E-N-D, blend. That is pronounced distinctively. So those words obviously that are pronounced distinctively and as a combination of two or more sounds. There are two or more sounds are pronouncing in this word now. So these are called blends. These words are called blended words. So I hope now you are clear about blends. Now I'm going to move on chunks. What are chunks? So I'm going to write a chunk is a group of letters. You can see Students, it is also visible on your slides, so you can watch it clearly. A chunk is a group of letters in a word that can be recognized and pronounced as a whole rather than as individual letters. You may see that I'm going to, and after that I'll give you the example. Let's have an understanding about what are chunks. A chunk is a group of letters. It means that there are so joining combination of words that can be recognized and pronounced. Two or more group of words together and making a sound pronounced like that as a whole rather than as in individuals. As you know that in blends, each letter is pronounced individually, like separately. But in chunks, two or group of words, obviously group of letters, when are combining together, they pronounced as a whole. I'm giving you an example of chunks. Stranger. Students, you can see on the slides also. Stranger. Find it. Which combination of letter making a, obviously together, making as a whole voice, sound voice. Stray, S-T-R. You may see that these three letters is a combination of group of letters, and when it pronounced as a whole. Strange, like it pronounced collectively. Strange. So S-T-R, these kinds of group of letters, when they are pronouncing in a word, so these are called chunks. I hope now you have an better understanding what are chunks. Now I'm going to move on to the affixes. As you already have an idea about that one, affixes and suffixes, now I'm going to clear more about that one. So what are affixes? Affix is a morpheme, a unit of meaning. So is added to the beginning. Beginning or middle or and word or and to change its meaning. There are two types of affixes. What are prefixes and suffixes? There are two types of, obviously affixes are the words that are added at the beginning, middle or at the end of the word that completely change the meaning of the specific similar word. So there are two types of affixes. Number one, so I'm going to move on in the next. We will start this from affixes.